So, this morning what we're going to be doing, as I spoke about on Friday, is the lamb belly, otherwise known as lamb breast, which is on your synoptic dish. So when we do it next time, we're going to make a chicken liver pate, and we're going to spread that in the lamb as well, but we're not worrying about that today. What we're going to do is make a mint flavoured duck salad. So 50 grams of butter, onion, mushrooms, sweat it down, then your breadcrumbs. Just let that cool once it's done. Okay. Right. Has anyone heard of a lamb breast before? Lamb belly? Yes. Yes. Right, so as regards to cheap cuts of lamb go, this is the cheapest. Okay? And all will be revealed soon why. So it does have some bones in it still. Okay? So what you need to do is remove the bones. So you can see by looking at it, there's not much meat in there, right? Lots of fat. I'll let Leona put something falling off.
So why would we remove the bones?
We remove the bones because we want to roll it up. And we'll use the bones in the tray to cook it in, which gives the sauce more flavour. Okay? So what you want to do, you've got this flap here on the top. Strip it back, try to keep it intact as much as you can. You see the bones do not go all the way down, okay? They start short there and get longer as you go along. Same principle as if you're ever doing like barbecue ribs off a piece of pork or beef. The further down you go, the smaller they get. Make sure you're using a sharp boning knife, not a filleting knife. So run your knife along the bones there like that.
What about all the meat in between the bones?
There's next to nothing in between the bones. So this can be quite fiddly. It's also helpful when your chopping board doesn't stay still. So what you should end up with, bones like that, you can separate them all. There's a big piece of sinew running along the bottom, holding them all there. You can just rip them off like that. Never too early for bone crunching noises on a Monday morning. Now the belly itself, like I said, there's not much on there, right? So what we're going to do, we're going to spread the duck cell on there, we're going to get some chili flakes, some lemon zest on there, we're going to roll it up and tie it, okay?
So now we're going to make sure it doesn't fall out.
That's the fun bit, Harry. So, Gordon Ramsay famously did this dish at Claridge's, which very famous for. Right, So, plenty of seasoning, okay. Lamb, personally, I think it's a great flavoured meat. Tastes really good. A lot of people don't seem to like it. They think, oh, it's really fatty. point of this dish is, because it's going to be slow cooked, as it's slow cooked, the fat will break down. What meat's in there will just get tender. Okay.
Why do you use lemon
Zest
in the middle?
of half a lemon. Now there's quite a lot of mint that goes into it. Are you listening, Oliver? So the mint stalks. So I've just got one sprig of mint. Just rip the leaves off, put that in there like that. Okay?
Oil. What's with the oil? I'm so confused. Is that
Right, big piece of string. Okay, watch this. Because when we're rolling it up, we're going to have the fattiest bit on the inside. Roll it up nice and tight like that. What you're going to do, piece of string underneath. Going to knot that end. Reasonably tight. Don't do it too tight because otherwise it's going to push everything out. And what you want to do is put your hand, so your finger width, pull the string underneath, loop it round, and then feed it through. So you want about 5 or 6 of these going along. It's going to hold your lamb belly together as it goes through. And then the end piece, you're just going to knot it off. Yes, going to work now. Any oil there, Harry?
Pardon?
Is there any oil behind you?
What's in this
Right, just going to heat this up, really hot heat. So garlic, cloves, you can chop them if you want. If they're too small, they're going to burn. So I'm just going to leave them whole like that. Red onions as well, just going to seal them off in the pan. This is going to be what we call a trivet. Anyone know what a trivet is? A trivet is the base in the dish that we're going to sit the meat on top of while it's cooking. So I just want to seal that to get a bit of flavour going on first. When you do it, you'll be using half a belly each, okay? What we're going to do is just seal it, get a bit of colour on there. Obviously, when we cook it, colour it, it's going to add to the strength of the sauce. And then, once the lamb's in there, chop some tomatoes, about 100 grams, half a litre of chicken stock, and then tin foil and in the oven to pot roast. Yeah, with the glaze, the glaze the pan with wine. When you're doing it, try to have your sleeves rolled down, that way the oil won't spatter and burn you. So once it's all cooked, what we're going to do with the liquor, we're going to pass that off. So you're going to have all the flavours from the mint, the garlic, the onions and all the lamb in it, as well as the chicken stock that it is. I'm going to reduce that down and make a jus. So it's going to be packed full of flavour. Okay. Make sure you get all that flavours off the bottom of the pan. So when we're deglazing it, stir it round, let it reduce down by half, get all that sediment and flavour that's on the bottom of the pan, get that off. And then that, because lamb loves red wine. Okay, so I'll get tomatoes in there, I'll get stock in there, tin foil, and I'll go in the oven. Okay.